our quota is equal to or greater than the target quota, if that is true, lalabas eligible for bonus. If that is not true, lalabas not eligible. I'm gonna click OK. Siyempre, lalabas eligible for bonus. Okay, now I can simply just click and drag this, or I'm gonna type it in manually. So everybody do this na lang muna, no, before we click and drag. Equal sign, if, open parentheses. Okay, every time you have a function, which is the if, you have to have an open parentheses. Quota. Eh ngayon, natutunan na natin na dapat hindi pala inuuna yung equal sign. So you go greater than, equal to, target quota. Now, take a look at the lower right-hand corner. Ay, yung nasa ibaba. Ito. Yan. Yung nasa baba ng cell natin. So, nakalagay, if, tapos yung naka-bold, dun ka ng section. Dun ka, if you remember, dun sa insert function, yan yung first box natin na open. Now, until I press comma, tsaka lang siya tatalon dun sa value if true. Okay, yan. Na-bold na yung value if true. Ibig sabihin, yan yung type natin ngayon. So, double quote, eligible for bonus, double quote, comma, ang naka-bold naman is value if false. Okay? Not eligible. Double quote, close parentheses, enter. So, tignan natin yung quota dito is higher than the target quota. So, that's fine. Eligible for bonus. This one, pareho rin. Eligible for bonus. This one, diba? Ang nilagay natin, equal to or greater than. So, dapat eligible for bonus din siya. Yan, tama naman. However, yung sa last part, less than the quota na siya. Less than the target. So, this should say, not eligible. Let's continue. Let's go to the or. Okay? Now, this is basically the same dun sa if function natin. Pero, meron kang dalawang condition. If any of those is true, okay, if any dun sa dalawa na yon would be true, then magiging true yung statement natin. So let's take a look at the condition again. If the quota is less than the target quota, if the quota, gawin natin red, is less than the target quota, okay, or employee is not regular, person is not eligible. Yun yung magiging true statement natin. Now, at this point, I will let you choose. Pwede kayo mag-insert function if you understood that better, or you can do this manually. I will do it manually this time. Okay? Yan. If, open parentheses, tapos, kailangan natin magpasok ng or dito. This is what you call embedded functions. A function within a function. Okay? So, if you guys remember, nasa logical test tayo, even when you type in or, nasa logical test pa rin tayo na area dun sa if. Okay? So, right now, I'm typing or. I'm gonna type in another open parentheses. Now, it's asking me for the logical test 1. Okay, remember, it's one or the other. Two conditions yan. Ito yung first condition natin. Quota is less than target quota. Yan yung first condition natin. Okay? Or, so I'm gonna put a comma here. Ito yung logical 2 naman natin. Okay? Regular is equal to, yan, double quote, no, double quote. Close parentheses. And as you can see, nasa logical test pa rin tayo ng if. Okay, naka-bold pa rin siya. Not until I press, comma. Ngayon, value if true na. Ngayon, if the quota is less than or regular says no. Okay, ang lalabas dapat is not eligible. If opposite naman, eligible for bonus. Close, enter. So, false kasi ito lagpas quota, ito regular. Let's go to the end naman. So, it says here, the condition, if the quota is greater than the target quota and, So, dalawa dapat yung kailangan niyang tamaan. Yung kanina, isang condition lang, true na. Ngayon, lahat. So, according to our function arguments box, it is yung sagot niya, or the result should be eligible for bonus. Same thing here. I'm going to click OK. So, eligible. This one, hindi siya regular, pero lagpas yung quota. Pero yun nga, no, lahat kasi ng condition kailangan yung tamaan. So, this should be not eligible. Ito, yes, regular. Yung quota, equal. Eligible or not? So, not, kasi dapat dalawa sila, no? Dalawa sila magpa-positive. And this one, lalo na to, dalawa silang negative. So, definitely not eligible. So, if, yan, everybody look at my screen, if, tapos yung logical test natin is not. Yan. And as you can see, she just falls to true, true to false. Babalista rin niya lang talaga, no? The logical test is if this is not, ano ba? Ano ba ang sagot natin dyan? If this is a yes, eligible, not eligible. Tama ba? If it's not a no, it's a yes, then it's eligible dun sa true, then not eligible dun sa false. Try natin. Eligible, not eligible. Eligible, not eligible. And again, my code is that. Today, now, date, and time. Ano ang difference? So, basically on the box, you just put in equal sign today, open close parentheses, and enter. Tapos yung now naman, equal sign now, open close parentheses, and enter. Ang difference lang nila is yung today, date lang. Yung now, merong time. Okay? Now, another thing here is kapag, so let's say ngayon, no, we're doing timestamp, kaya nga nag-today and now tayo. If you open this tomorrow, at regardless of what time, yun yung lalabas dun sa now. Hindi lalabas 4, 11, 12, 29. Okay? Bakit? Because we are doing the now nga. Okay? Yan yung function. That's what the now does. In fact, take a look at the time right now. It's currently 12:30. Okay? It's 12:30 right now. Nung ginawa natin yung timestamp, 12:29 siya. Okay? If I do another computation, ito now, open close parentheses, enter. Pareho na silang naging 12:30. So bakit ganon? When we do the now, it will get the timestamp exactly of that specific moment in time. If you type in another thing to compute for Excel, magre-refresh yung now na function na yon. Okay? So, paano na siya magiging static? Paano siya magiging 12:30? I don't want it to move anymore. What you want to do is copy that and paste it as a value. Now, when you paste it as a value, ganito rin yung mangyayari. Okay? Kailangan niya ng proper format. Kailangan niya ng format na date and time. How do you do that? You just change it here. Yan. Okay, actually, kung wala dyan yung option na date and time, what you can do is go to either custom. Ayan. Actually, this is the fastest way to do it, no? Yan. Or ito, wait, hanapin natin. Date, time, or custom. Actually, let me just system time. Let's do TD, YYYY. Yan. Okay. So, I don't know if you noticed, no, but this part, dun sa type, this is kind of like my formula bar dun sa format cells. This is the format that I need to come out. Kaya yun yung sample, yun yung lalabas din. I'm going to click OK. Yan. So, 12:30. So, see, after I typed in the formatting for this part, this cell here, okay, di ba ginawan ko siya ulit ng another computation for Excel to do. As you can see here, it's 12:31 na dun sa now natin. Kasi nga, every time you, basically, Excel refreshes or does something, no, nare-refresh yung now na function natin. So, this is how you make it static para hindi na siya nagbabago. So, just keep that in mind. Okay? Yan. Now, for the rest, itong next na dalawa, So date is equal sign date, and it will guide you, no? Open parentheses, it's asking for the year first. Ayan. Basically, you're consolidating the ano, no, the date, sorry, the day, the month, and the year here when you use the date function. And kung hiwa-hiwalay siya. There, and time is basically ganun din. Time, hour, minute. So, obviously, no, when you use the date and the time function, dapat yung hiwa-hiwalay din yung month, date, and time. So that is an option for us. As you can see here, guys, again, yung pinaste natin na values, no, it doesn't look anything like a date and time, no? Itong nasa red. So, bakit pala ganyan, no? You're gonna learn that later. Basically, Excel, again, since it's a machine, it understands machine language. Ito yung mga serial code niya. 45027 is the serial code for April 11, 2023. So that's how Excel understands it. Pag kinonvert natin yung format to an actual date, which is what we did, change natin yung format dito, di ba? I-adjust naman niya. Something that we will be able to understand. Trim. Anong ginagawa ng trim? If you have text like this, no, meron kang maraming space or even more spaces and even line breaks. And this is not just naka-wrap text, no? If you're familiar with wrap text, you go trim, open, and then you choose the cell that you want fixed, close parentheses, enter. Yan. So what it does is that yung string of letters, okay, lalagyan niya lang ng single space. So if you have multiple spaces just like this one, yan, dun sa many spaces natin, ayusin niya, gagawin niya lang lalagyan niya lang ng single space. For the other one as well, I'm just gonna click drag. Okay, so syempre ano, no, exaggerated yung spaces natin, more than 2 or 3. Yan, pero that's what the trim does. Okay? And even for line breaks, kapag, di ba, if you edit a cell, F2, tapos nag-Alt-Enter ka, pupunta siya sa next line. That's what you call a line break. If you want to fix that and put it in just the one line, you can use trim. Okay? And now, len. Len, the only purpose here of the len function is to return the number of characters. Bibilangin niya lang kung ilan yung character ng string. Open. Close. 17. Now, if you look at it closely or much closer, Carlo is 5, Mary is 4, and Aribe is 6. That just sums up to 15 characters. Okay? It's 17 because it also counts the space. So I'm going to scroll down. This one, 37, 2, married is 7 characters. Itong dalawang date, sinabi na natin to kanina, no? The reason why this is tama naman, no? This is the serial number kasi for this date for April. Actually, this is April 8. Okay? Now, kaya ang bilang niya dito is 5 is because ang nabibilang niya yung serial, not the actual characters being used here, not 04/07 kasi kapag ganun, dapat ang bilang niya 10. Okay, so when you use len, pag nakita nyo ganyan, tapos, uy, bakit 5 lang yung bilang niya? Hindi na kayo magtataka. Okay, that's the only purpose why we added it there. Okay? Yan. So that is len for you. Now, let's go to the next one, substitute. Instead of just typing it in, let's go insert function. Substitute. Okay, so everybody do that. Insert function, substitute, click go. Click select the function, substitute here. Replace its existing text string with a new text string. Click OK. So while in the function arguments box, it's asking for the text. Asan yung gusto mong i-correct or to substitute with? I'm gonna choose B19. Ano yung old text? Ano yung gusto mong paltan? I want to replace the letter T. Ano yung new text? Replace it with what letter? Letter B? And for this specific example dun sa C19, I'm not going to add the instance number here. I will explain that later. Meron na tayong result dito. Bubble here in the lower left hand. It also says bubble. So again, asan yung text na gusto nating mag-substitute? Old text is letter T, kung ano yung papalitan. Change it to, what's the new letter, new text? B, I'm gonna click on, okay. So, bubble ang lumabas. This time, I'm gonna type it in manually. You can do this with me. Substitute, Again, the difference between insert function and when you're typing it manually is literally you're gonna type everything manually, including the double quote. Dun sa insert function, you don't have to. Okay? So text, comma, old text, again, double quote, letter T, double quote, comma, double quote, letter B, double quote. Okay. Yung instance number. The instance number answers the which position or basically pang ilan, not ilan silang papaltan mo. I'm gonna put 3 here. Okay? Now, if this answers pang ilan, yung pangatlong T lang yung papalitan ko ng letter B. Okay? Hindi yung tatlong T papalitan ng tatlong B. Okay? I'm gonna close this and press enter. Look. It says T-U-T-B-L-E. So even if I put 3 here, again, hindi yung tatlong T yung pinalitan, but yung pangatlo, yung pang-ilan na T. So I'm gonna leave it like that, no? Hindi ko na kinapit itong nandito sa formula. Okay? Now, again, more for the substitute. When you use substitute, you have to remember, hindi na ako marunong mag-spell. All right, you have to remember that this is case sensitive. Why? I'm gonna put cat here. I'm gonna replace it with dog. Bakit yung second cat lang yung napalitan ng dog? Kasi ang tinype ko, lowercase c. If I type uppercase c, yun yung papalitan naman niya. So again, this is case sensitive. This other one, you can do find and replace here, substitute, but you can also use this to delete stuff. Substitute hashtag with nothing. Nothing is just double quotes. Actually, I can just remove this. Yeah. All right. Now, doon naman tayo sa left, mid, and right. Now, technically, does the same thing except for different positions. If you only want to copy the first letter of the information in a cell, left, text. That's it. Enter. It only copies the first thing on or in the cell. Okay? Now, maglalagay naman tayo ng number. Left, text, copy, 5. Enter. 5 letters from the left. Okay, this time, I'm gonna copy 9. Text, 9. Enter. Carlo Mar. Bakit siya naging Carlo Mar, hindi Carlo Mari? Kasi space is also considered as a character that it counts. Now, dun muna tayo sa right bago tayo mag-mid para mabilis lang, no? Right, text. Ayan. Okay, tumama na. Mali yung kiniklik ko kanina. Okay? Yeah. So, coming from the right. And then you count. Now, yung mid. Paano kung gusto ko lang makuha, ito, palitan natin ng, palitan natin ng, ito. Palitan natin ng X. Ang gusto ko makuha is yung X dun sa curlo. Equal sign, mid, open, text, starting number. From saan ka magsisimula? So I'm gonna start with the second position or the second character. That's what that means, starting number, comma, it's asking for the number of characters. I'm just gonna put 1. I only want to copy 1. Okay, close, enter. So it only copied X. So if we go back to the substitute, this is specific. Mid is also specific na copy. So if I put in, I want to copy 5 characters. Number of characters to be copied is 5. Enter. Yan. Bakit? XRLO lang yung kinopy kasi kasama yung space dyan. From XRLO and the space is a character that it copied. Yan. So that is mid. Okay? Final stretch. Ayan. Ito na. Ito yung last natin. Sige, gawin natin last to. Okay? Now, earlier, nung naghati tayo ng first name and last name, we either did autofill and, or we did text to columns. Okay? This time, pagsasamahin naman natin sila. This is concatenate. So how do we do that? So there are two ways. No, you can either use concatenate or the word concat. Concat does more. Concatenate, well, less. But both of them are interchangeable. Pwede ka rin mag-concat. In fact, you know what? Let me teach you. Instead of doing concatenate, just type concat. Yan. Text 1, comma, text 2. Close parentheses, enter. Jude Heyman. First name and last name connected with each other. Mary, ang pangit, wala man lang siyang space. So we have to do that manually. Equal sign, concat, open, text 1, comma. And so that you can add a space manually, you have to use a double quote, space, double quote, and then a comma. So this is text 1, this is text 2, as you can see, and text 3. Enter. Yan. That's how you use concat or concatenate.